Okay, I'm just gonna try to edit out the coughing. From Lieutenant Alan Carmel, Special Operations Home Command, to Commander Salvagists? You see, this is what I was talking about earlier, Arkan. You know, like, instead of saying Commander Salvagist, you get... Like, there'd be two name boxes. The first for, you know, who you'd appeared as for the ships that you own, and who you appear as for the journals. Because right now, when I was filming this, there was only one option, which is just your name. You know, one box, one name. This is Commander Saw. Commander. When our shadow vessel entered the nebula, we immediately received a transmission from the Grey Spire. This particular group was a regular trading partner for several human factions before the war, and they appear to still regard us as friends. The transmission itself, well, the Spire messages are always difficult to parse. Thankfully, we've already run it through Dorothy's. Something interesting in the background. Dorothy's team, and we can just give you the translation. The Spire haven't been in this nebula very long, and they don't have all the defenses set up yet. For a few weeks they've been picking up strange signals. We've analyzed the recordings and agreed with the Spire's analysis. Zenith. Specifically, the Zenith that inhabit Dyson Sphere. No one else uses those frequencies and protocols. This is what I was talking about when I need water. I'm not reading this right now, but I need a glass of water. But it's not an exact match either, and protocol errors are quite frequent. So here's... So there's something else going on too. Just a few hours ago, several Dyson Gatlings entered the main Starbus's sensor envelope, emanating the same strangely erroneous signals. When approached by Spire guard vessels, the Gatlings immediately opened fire. The fight hasn't stopped since. It gets stranger. Literally every time the Spire have successfully destroyed a Gatling, another has entered sensor range. The correlation is too strong to be a coincidence. Water. Give me a glass of water. I'll be right back. I need more water. Wow. I'll fill up my glass of water. I'll just keep my mouse right here for where it was. Our analysis agree with the Spire here too. There's some kind of decloak controller out there that possibly also serves as a manufacturing basing facility for the Gatlings. We've seen this kind of detached force from those Zenith before, but the limited controller bandwidth equals limited simultaneous hostilities. Normally this would be handled by an intensive tachyon optical and physical surgery. It could take weeks and a tremendous defensive force to hold off the Gatlings in the meantime. Thankfully, we aren't in that bad a situation. The Zenith signals are growing increasingly erratic, and radiation from the direction of the attackers indicates a large power source spiraling into overload. That may mean we'll see an increase in the number of Gatlings under control at once as the controller pushes harder and harder. So, 1, if we hold off the Gatlings long enough, the reinforcements will stop showing up when the basing facility goes up. Well, we're just guessing on that, but if we're strong enough, well, there'll be enough time to coordinate the intensive search, assuming anything is left. 2, destroy the Gatlings doesn't necessarily help us a lot. It will probably help a little because the replacement may be out of range initially, but we aren't going to win this by attrition. 3, on the other hand, something is definitely wrong with these Gatlings. However, it suggests the possibility that an unknown faction is tampered with the controller. Combined with some of the extraneous signals matching that of the Shadow Relics, well, it may be in our best interest to disable as many of these Gatlings as we can for salvage. Good on you, Commander. Oh my gosh!